So what I'm going to do today is I made this card, and if you were with me, if you've been with me for a while, we did this in our clubs, and it's called a TowerCard, I believe. I think that's what it was called, where we cut it and it stands up like that. And so that's what I'm going to do today using one of the new stamp sets. So on this one, I used Pretty Perennials, which is this stamp set, which is currently available. It's this one that has this big happy in it. And then the Just Because came from lots of Lovely You. Lovely You. So this is such a great set. I don't know why I haven't used it more. It's got beautiful fonts and it's a sweet set. I really like it. So I'm going to try to use that some more. And it is coming through the new catalog. The Pretty Perennials, I'm not sure if they're coming through or not. Yes, they, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. So, but this one is available right now currently. Okay, and then I'm going to use the new Designer Series paper from the hand penned, and I'm going to show you this paper. It is just to die for. If you know me, you know this is me. I love this paper. So each side is, this one has the beautiful flowers, and the other side had that great scallop. And then this one is a flower, but it's more of a background designer. And then here's a bolder flower. Then this pink is gorgeous. You guys, I know the camera doesn't do any justice to this. They are beautiful. And then this one, and this lovely yellow and heather, Highland Heather. The back of that is the Highland Heather again. Or this could be one of the new in colors, actually. These would go beautifully with the new in colors, although it doesn't really list them on the back of the paper. So this is the back of this one. It's that polka dotted. These are my scraps in here. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, did you guys see that beautiful stripe? That green stripe is so gorgeous. And this is the one I'm using today with the green stripe. And we saw that one. And the colors it coordinates with are Basic Black, Blushing Bride, Cinnamon Cider, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Highland Heather, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Pale Papaya, which is one of our new ones, Pool Party, and Whisper White. So let me grab my Pale Papaya. And let's color one of those flowers with that. So these are the new in colors. So this is Soft Succulent, a beautiful green. Soft Evening Evergreen. Fresh Freesia. Pale Papaya, that's the one we're going to use. And Polished Pink. So those are the 5 new in colors for this year. And then the ones that are leaving are the Rococo Rose, the Seaside Spray, that group. The Terracotta Tile, those that came in that year are the ones that are going to be leaving us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this project. And so I'm going to start with, I'm just going to slide all this over here to the side. And I'm going to start with a eight and a quarter by 5.5 inch piece of mint macaron, actually. And on the 8 1/4 inch side, and I will put all this on my blog. It will probably take until tomorrow for me to get it all on there. But on the 8 1/4 inch side, I'm going to score. So I'm going to use my scoreboard. I'll make it easier. So I'm going to score at, well, make it easier if I had my scoring tool. Okay. Let's see. I know I have another one here. I'm going to score at 1 inch. Two inches and 3 inches. And then I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to score at 1 inch, 2 inches, and 3 inches. Then I'm going to get my paper trimmer. And I'm going to cut it with the 5.5 inch side at the top. I'm going to cut between these score lines that I just made. Let me turn this light on. Okay, so I'm going to cut between this first one and the last one, and then I'm going to cut between this one and this one. So I'm going to go to 1 inch, and I'm using the 1 inch on this side, and I'm going to cut from 1 inch, which is where that score line is, to 3 inches. And then I'm going to cut from 5.25 inches, which is where that score line is, to 7.25. So then I'm going to flip it around, only because I don't like using the 1 inch on this side. And I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to put this at 2 inches this time, and I'm going to cut from 1 inch. I'm going to cut from this first score line to the second score line, to the third score line. And then I'm going to pick up on that score line, and I'm going to go to the last one. Okay, so then I'm going to turn my paper around, and whoops, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave it that way. And I'm going to move it over to 1 inch on this side. And I'm going to go from 1 inch to 3 inches on my ruler, lift it up, go from 5.25 to 7. Okay, now I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to put this at 2 inches. I'm going to line up at 2 inches. And I'm going to cut from, I know I'm going to have you guys all mixed up. Do the same thing all over again. So you're making 4 cuts. So if I start up here, I'm going to start at the 1 inch mark, and I'm going to cut down to the 3 inch mark, lift it up, go from the 5.25 to the 7.25. It's really not as hard as I made it sound. So each time you cut, you're going to cut 1 inch here, 1 inch here, 1 inch here, and 1 inch here, but you're going to turn it around when you do it. So it's not an inch here. That ends up being more than an inch. All right, let's pull it together. And like I said, I will put a template on my blog that will show you exactly where to cut. So I'm going to fold this up, and I'm going to fold this one up. And I'm going to get my bone folder here because I really want to burnish this card as I'm making it. Okay, now my next step is to get these to go the way I want them to. So this one is going to go mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain. So I have 3 mountains. So I'm just going to weave this in here, and then I'm going to kind of turn it and just press those down on their score lines. And you'll find that just by turning that way, it will help it to bend. You do not want to fold on this line, okay? So we're going to keep that line straight, and we're going to fold those lines. And you want to burnish this really good. Not folding there. I'm going to turn this over, press this down really good. So I've got a good crease. Okay, going to do the same thing on the other side. So mountain, valley, mountain, valley. And then I'm just going to turn it and, whoops, and crease them. And then just fold this over, tucking that under. Okay, so there is our card. So now all that's left to do is to decorate it. So I am going to, I've already cut, I should have glued these together before. I am going to decorate these, and I cut these at 5. The white is 5 1/8, and the DSP is 5. No, the white is 5 1/4, and the DSP is 5 1/8. So let me flatten that out and just attach these to the side. My left hand is giving me a little bit of problems. Just coordination right now today. I hit it with a hammer, and so it's really sore. So sorry about that. Well, a little klutzy today. This hand is the one that just got banged with a hammer. I was removing tile from my laundry room, and couldn't find a Stampin' Up! Tool that would do that easy. No. Okay, so there is that. Then I have 2 more of those that I'm going to put on the back. And then I have 2 short ones that I'm going to put on the front. Let me find those short ones. So these have the little pattern paper. I'm using the opposite side on these. And they're going to go right across the front there. And it'll help hide where those score lines are. Just one across there. And where's my other one? This one, and uh-oh. I seem to be missing another piece of paper for that. Okay, did I forget to cut them? Let's just cut one. Oh, it's right here. I must have put it up there. No, but that one goes with that one. So let me just cut another piece to go there. I'll find it after I cut this, you know that. It's on the floor. I told you I'd find it after I cut it. Okay, so this one is going to go right on here. If you're doing a pattern on this, make sure that your flowers are right side up. You don't want your flowers upside down, or if it's something that is a pattern. I'm having a problem with that today too. Okay, so that goes on there. Okay, now I couldn't decide what color I wanted on the front of this, because my paper has, I have 2 different papers here. My paper has the Cinnamon Cider Pool Party, probably just Jade. I think that's it. Maybe some soft seafoam, but I don't remember it saying that soft seafoam was in there. So for this, I couldn't decide which background I wanted, so I cut several. And I think that's the one I'm gonna go with. I don't want the Cinnamon Cider. I think that'll be too dark. So I'm going to stamp my greeting on here. And I think I will stamp it in Just Jade. And the greeting I picked out comes from the stamp set, and it says thanks. And I'm just going to put it right on there. I love that one. That one's really pretty. Okay. Then we're going to stamp this the image for this. And out of the stamp set is this large image, which I'm going to ink in tuxedo black. I just had my paper right here. I'm going to ink that in tuxedo black. And because it's such a large image and I want to make sure that it inks well, I'm doing it ink to stamp. And just like that. It's a beautiful little image. Okay, and then this stamp set is really fun to work with. You could color this with Stampin' Blends, of course, but you can also color it with all these little pieces that they have given us. So the challenge is to find out what's what. So this is Pool Party. So I am going to stamp this little flower and figure out which way I want to put it in there, because it is not going to completely fill it. It is like a watermark. It's like, you know, it's called hand penned. So I'm going to go that way. And then I'm going to do Just Jade and stamp off for my little leaves in here. That's not a little leaf. Maybe this is not a little leaf. It's not a little leaf. This is the big leaf. So I think I'll do Just Jade and stamp off still. So see, it didn't fill the whole area, but that's kind of the design of this paper. What if I turn it the other way? No, that won't work at all. So we're just going to go that way. Okay, and then I have cinnamon cider here. And I think I'm going to do my big flower in cinnamon cider. Probably going to regret that. Let's see, we stamp off twice. You know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do my big one in mint macaron. And where's my mint macaron? Right here. If I get enough pads open, I'll put my hand in one of them for sure, right? Okay, mint macaron. And then it's once again finding which way it's going to go. And I would say probably that way. It's going to be the closest. That's going to come out nice and light. I like that. Okay, then I am going to do my little leaves. So there's little leaves, there's big leaves, there's all kinds of stuff here. And just, I'm doing it in Just Jade and stamping off twice because I want them really light. And we have several of those. Okay. This is kind of fun. It's easier than coloring, believe it or not. I'm going to do cinnamon cider, and I think I will stamp off twice on that one and do the third generation. So 1, 2, and these are for the little flowers. The nice thing is you can, because they're photopolymer, you can see through, and so you know where you're going, sort of. Okay, and then, what color do I want that? I'm going to use the new Pale Papaya for my big flower there in the front. Okay, where did that go? Here. Let me make sure I've got it cleaned off because I think I had it stamped in a couple different things. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, where's this going? I think it's going to go like that, but I'm not really sure, guys. That is not that one. I got the wrong flower. This one, okay. That's that big one that I already did. So this is for this one. There we go. All right, I'm going to run over and die cut this, and I will be right back. Okay, very pretty. All right, so then let's close up all these stamp pads. We won't need them any longer. So if you're not a demonstrator and you're on here watching me today and you're interested in getting this paper before it launches in May, get in touch with me and I can tell you how you can get signed up and you can order this paper today. So, then I'm going to attach this. So before I do that, I have this Forever Greenery gold trim, and I'm going to tie a huge bow. You know, I like to put the greenery, the gold cord behind, but I don't like it when I'm trying to wrap it around and everything. And I think if I tie this in a bow and then just kind of spread it around underneath, I will be happier with it. Okay, so for this one, you're going to place this on here, and you want to make sure that it is even, that it is straight. So I'm going to attach this to here first. And I just want to make sure it's in the center on all counts, on every edge. See, this one looks a little low. Okay, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to place this one going straight across. And I just want to make sure it's even as well. So it's not going to line up to anything really, but it's just going to go like that. Okay. And then I'm going to put my bow on here, and then I'm going to hide it. So I want it like, I don't want them even. I want them uneven here. So I took two pieces, and they were about 16 inches long. And I'm going to attach that with a glue dot. Let go. Just right there. And I kind of want to spread those out. Okay, and then I'm going to attach this in here so that the gold shows behind it. And I'm going to do that with dimensionals. So I'm going to put my dimensionals on my, since I find them, they're here on this table somewhere. There they are. I set things on top of things and then I can't find them. I think my table's too small, but I think if it got bigger, I would just find more stuff to put on it. For sure. Okay, let's see how that's going to work. That's what I want. So I'm going to pull this one a little longer. I think I can. There we go. And maybe this one a little longer. There we go. Okay, so there I've just adjusted those because I want them to be longer. And then I can put this on here and it'll be perfect. So I think I'll just peel off my papers. And place this right on here. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's so pretty. Okay, so then I'm going to turn my card over, and over here, it's nice and flat on the other side. I am going to, I cut a 2" by 5 1/4 inch. And first I'm going to attach these to the edges. Something tells me that this is not the right one, like that it's too short. Here we go. So I'm going to attach these to the edge. just go right there. And this one is going to go on the other edge. Whoops, where's my mat? If I had done these the other way, cut them the other way on the paper, I could have put this side up. That would have been pretty too. Would have been a little more colorful on this side, but it's okay. Okay, so then at the bottom down here, I'm just going to stamp a little flower. How about that? What do we have here? Maybe the top of our stamp. Where is that? Yeah. So let's stamp the top of the stamp instead. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the corner up here and then put some color. And decide what side I want up there. And I'm thinking I want some flowers, right? And then I can use my colors to color that in again. So this one I think was the pink, the pale papaya. I will learn the names of these by the end of the years. Okay. Which way is this going? It's always my challenge. It goes that way. That's the way it's going to go. All right, and then let's get some from our leaf. No, we don't have any leaves, do we? Okay. So then I have to look at the front again and see what I did. The mint macaron light. So that was stamped off several times. And that is the largest one, this one. Not sure which way this is going, so I'm just going to stamp it. It's okay. And then we did the cinnamon cider for our little ones. These or these? These. One there. And one here. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. And then this is going to go on the back of our card. And this is a place where you could write your note. There we go. And there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now I'm thinking bling. Is there any bling we can add on here? Oh, I know. How about a bumblebee? A bumblebee. I love these little bumblebees. They are flat, which is great for mailing. I mean, look at that. That is like super duper flat. There is no depth to that at all, hardly. So they're great. They're going to be great for going in the mail and going on our cards. So I'm going to put a bumblebee on there, and you just attach a little glue dot to him. And where are we going to put him? On a flower, on the outside edge, on the top. Where, guys? I have the gold in there. I could put him in the center of the flower. No, not in the center of the flower. He doesn't look good there. I almost like him up there because it just accents it, but it's not on the flower itself and take from it. So there it is. There's my card for today. And I hope you all enjoy it and try making it. If you are wanting to get any of these products, please get in touch with me. I can help you do that. And it is the beautiful new designs that have come out in the new, are coming out in the new 2021 catalog. So I think that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoy it. And if you need anything, just let me know. I'm here for you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.